It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we've got the Titans' electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Titans and the Steelers, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Going in motion left, that's Campbell. Bennett looking to throw. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Here's Knight on the handoff. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 3rd down and 13. Bennett. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback, and that philosophy works for them very well.
And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up. Send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. On the option, they'll go with Knight. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. This is Knight. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. You look at this Steeler defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Holding offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw, Bennett. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. the play fake. He'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Holding offense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. In motion right, Campbell. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 52 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Looking to throw here. Bennett. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action for it is the Steelers in control of the football. as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On play action, they'll throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And fighting down inside the 25. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Going in motion left, that's Campbell.
Delay of game. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Bennett now. He finds his man, complete. It's Rowe. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Bennett now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, that's by Knight. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Third down and 9.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. To throw is Bennett. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of... For this offense, 1st and 10. A run with Knight. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And Bennett will look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Bennett. Over the middle, complete. That's Rowe. He's got room to roam. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bennett working from the gun. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Rowe. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On the carry, here's Knight. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steelers offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A nice little juke. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Knight. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Bennett here out of the shotgun.
Dancing to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Browns who were able to steal one on the road. The Browns are going to need to put together one heck of a run in the second half, but the win does move them to 3-6 on the year. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Chargers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins trying to finish that one off and claim victory.